That's what businesses in general fail. But the most common thing I see is that small business owners do not practice financial management. And financial management is not in the sense that you have to go and do a course or go and study, and it's simple things. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you're VAT registered. You must not know, you must still pay VAT to SARS. Don't use SARS's money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's, but you do, like, because I saw in your pictures you have SARS with the bookkeeping side.
Yeah.
Do you guys remind your client, or is it just like you need to come to you guys to sort it out?
We like, do you mean like the...
Like, let's say they registered, they started, they do the whole process just through you guys. Do you guys handle that stuff as well? Or?
Yes, we handle all tax returns, not all, like specifically income tax and provisional tax, which is actually together. Then payroll tax and VAT. Okay. Those are the tax types that we deal with for small businesses. But you see, we like to start with the whole budgeting.
Yeah.
Because business is all about planning. You see. So if you budget and we do your books every month, you get your financial statements every month. And you actually go, so it's not just about planning, budgeting, it is about actually understanding your financial statements as well, being able to not analyze per se, but to at least understand what is happening on you. And then, you know, the getting into the habit of comparing what you planned for and how you actually performed, and then making decisions based on that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And it sounds like a lot, but it's actually not.
Now, for me, it sounds a lot to understand, because it's a different part of, like, how I see business. There's different departments in the business. And most important is the finance department, because if something goes wrong, then everything collapses. So, yeah, you need to understand stuff, and some stuff is a bit boring to understand, and you need to do.
You know what? I saw this, and I keep talking about this. I saw a reel about it's this one, also business professional, talking about. He says it's very easy to make money these days. Like these sales funnels, and you have AI tools of how you can like reach customers, and you know, there's like all these what's it, multi-level.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
The AI tools.
I'm not talking about
the AI tools.
There's another type of marketing where you almost like resell somebody else's product. Affiliate marketing. There's so many ways to make money. You can make like tens of thousands of rands, you know, per week or per month. It's very easy to make money. But the reason why people aren't successful, especially businesses, is because the owner, the jockey of the business, you need to see your business.
Drives the business.
Yeah, you need to see your business as, this is a horse, I'm the jockey, and I need to drive this thing. But we don't want to learn the technical things like how to manage your staff and how to manage finances and production management. We don't want to, because that's boring stuff. It takes too much time. We just want to be where action is. And be where money is made, and you make a deal. You talk to this guy here on the side of the street. You make a deal, you make the money, and then there's no management. No management is being practiced. So also to come back to that other question about there was something about the small business owners.
Yes. The mistake they do in their business.
So that it's like most business owners, most of us, we think because you're making money, you're doing good, but you don't even know what's going on in your business. So yeah.
I think it comes down to the deal. You make the deal. Let's say the deal is 30,000. I think.
Yeah.
You see that amount, but you must still remember there's inventory, there's
there's labor,
there's labor,
petrol and oil, and there's a lot of things that needs to that 30,000 must cover, and from that 30,000 you must still be able to, and then it comes back to the budgeting.
Yes.
Because if you have a budget, then you kind of sort of don't have anything to worry about, because you know there's a plan for this 30,000.
Budget plan.
Yeah.
But how do you, let's say, do you work it out per sale that or per contract that the person gets, or is it just like what it all that month they're doing and you take it from there?
You can go as detailed as per project or per job. Okay. You know, that would actually be the perfect way to go about it. Because then you just take like all your projects, all the projected projects that you have planned. You take the total of that and that goes to your main budget.
Yes.
You understand? But it's good to have the individual.
To be honest, I had an Afrikaanse EBV, I was so last week, was not super. I can still think about that.
Yeah.
And we had that bookmos where they have the columns. So that's the only thing when you talk like that, it's the only way I can figure, okay, this is what's happening. But I knew you need income and outcome because I am busy reading like a financial book, so I understand. That is part of the boring stuff you need to do if you want to be a good entrepreneur and understand what is going on in the business world. And most people don't want to do that. It's sometimes it's best to outsource that stuff if you don't want to deal with it, but at least you know your business is going to be safe.
But even if you do outsource, especially financial management, the finances in the business, you need to understand that. Because I mean, I'm not saying it's your money, but you're responsible for that money.
Yes.
It's the company's money, but you're responsible for that money. Do you understand what I mean? And I mean, it's your business idea, the hard work, the sweat and tears that's gone into this company.
Yeah, it's different.
Like, you need to know, and I mean, why did you go through all that trouble to bring the business here, only for you not to get the return out of, you know, all of that investment that you've already put into the business? So, yes, financial management, it's the most crucial, or the finances in the business. Just understanding, you know, how much you made, what are your expenses, especially expenses, am I making money?
Yeah, that is the final idea. That is the hardest part. Let's say the guy, like, to go back to the 30,000 is, then after that, he's about that weekend is blowing 10 or that money, and then you don't know what's happening.
And you know what, other mistakes that us small business owners make, we don't keep our money, we won't draw salary out of the company, which we're entitled to. Some business owners feel they feel kind of guilty, or they don't want to pay themselves but then you get the business owner who would like treat the business money, the company's money, as if it's their own. In fact, you get business owners that use their personal accounts as you know, a business account. Like, they would invoice and put their personal details on there. So there's no separation between. And you and the company are two separate entities. Like, the company has its own taxes to pay. You also have your own taxes to pay. So why not separate the two and then, you know, budget and see how much your company can pay you.
But I see it's gonna become complicated, especially for a guy who's doing the bookkeeping. He's gonna get confused and he's gonna ask a question, and if you can't answer, he's probably gonna discourage that out. Okay, we leave that aside and we move on. But meanwhile, if it comes to, let's say, tax return, you could have made some money back for the business. So the other thing is also, do you want any awards, business, like you get the business function, business awards, or stuff that you want to read so that you can elevate your business?
I think MSBC has a nice program. I would like to get more involved there. Yeah, I think that would be like something.
What is NABC? What is it all about?
National Small Business, it's a chamber, or it's small business. It's a chamber for small businesses, but it's quite large. And most of the businesses that are there or that are members of in SBC, they are businesses that make like 5-10 million per year, up until like 20 million. So yeah, they're small business,
but like, do they guide you through the different stages, or what is the purpose that they are running?
I haven't gotten much involved, but it is one of the to-dos.
Okay. If you want to achieve, so that's the only, basically, if you want an award or something for that, you want to.
Definitely want to. Be part and if I could get a TikTok Woman in Business award, that'd be great.
But it is difficult because I've tried. I have a small account, so I'm just trying making some videos, but that is also a lot of hard work to put in.
Yeah.
You must put every day, and then you must, there's certain series you must design, and that's a lot of things. That's creativity on its own.
Yeah.
The side of running a business, that's something on its own completely. But it is something good, it's something fun you can incorporate in your style of working.
Yeah.
And most people is going online, like TikTok is also a good search engine for people to get new business, to get in contact with business people, or if you need certain questions answered. Yeah, that's what TikTok is all about. If you would have gone back to your 20 years, or when you were 20 and you knew all this knowledge, what would you have done differently?
That's a Tamasa one.
It's too hard.
No, I won't say hard, it's just like...
You're going to back in the past now and memory lane and see what you can take out.
I don't think I would.
You would leave everything exactly as it is.
Yes, because I feel like everything is necessary. You know what I mean?
Or do you take it in a manner that is what built you up to where you are now?
Yeah, I feel like everything, that even this, it's in preparation of something. You know, you never know if I get a call or DM and then SABC2 wants you to come in for an interview and talk about, Atlanta small businesses. So I feel like everything is in preparation of something.
Yeah.
So if you take one thing out, then it's like a missing part.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Then basically it's just the last question. Someone who we always end up in a positive note, what motivation would you give to other person who want to also be an entrepreneur?
Just do it.
It'd be like night.
Do it. Don't worry about about the money and I'm supposed to do this and I'm telling you, there will always be something to do first. So just do it. Just do it. And here's another thing. I saw this Dagasa. Yes, just do it, my bro. So I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take up to
That's fine. You can talk.
I saw this video also on TikTok of this lady saying that God won't give you a business idea only for it to fail. So if you get a business idea, just go with it. Just go with it. Things will come together. And then you have Atbiz who can assist you
with stuff. Okay. Ruth, thank you for being on our show.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. We thank you for having Ruth here. And Atbiz Solutions. So guys, come down, get in contact with her or with the team and get it down. Get on Facebook, TikTok, and a website. We're all going to put everything down on the descriptions. It's breaking free. We'll get back to you in the next episode.